What's up, movie Schmoedown fans? It's me again. I'm back, trying to keep up with, or rather catch up to all the Schmoedown matches I've missed in the last couple of weeks. And right now, I'm up to the championship match between Dan Murrell and Ethan Erwin, which apparently happened in studio. I don't know. Was it a live event? I'm not even sure. I wasn't around for most of any of it. I'm just here trying to live my life in an age where the Schmoedown is just pumping out 3 matches a week, not including live events, at least 3 a month. It's crazy. So, yeah. Dan Murrell versus Ethan Erwin in a 5-round match. Clearly, I'm supporting Dan, even though he's partnered up with Ben Bateman, even though he's on the dungeon. That's nothing against Ethan. I'm just a Dan fan. I've been a Dan fan since his debut season. In singles, that is, because I'm pretty sure he competed in teams in Season 2, I think. But regardless, that's beside the point. I'm on Dan's side. I don't even know why I bother to keep bringing this whiteboard and marker with me, because I'm not gonna get any of these questions right. Come on. Anyways, yeah. The movie Trivia Schmoedown Belt Championship is on the line. Here we go.
Hello everyone, we have a big title match today between Dan Murrell and Ethan Erwin. This is their 4th meeting, 3rd time in a title match. The stakes could not be higher because Dan Murrell and the Dungeon are trying to stay atop the faction rankings, while Ethan Erwin and the usual suspects could use a big win here today as they are surging up the rankings. Dan Murrell and Ethan Erwin, again, are 2-1 in the head-to-head matchup. Dan Murrell leads that 2-1. Ethan Erwin has only beat Dan Murrell in a 3-round matchup, never in their previous 2 title matches. Will Dan Murrell add another win to that column, or will Ethan Erwin even up the series by taking the belt off of Dan Murrell's shoulders? We're going to find out today in this historic matchup between 2 titans of the game. Before we get into what these 2 players have done head-to-head in their previous 3 matchups, let's take a look at where they stand career-wise. Dan Murrell has a record of 18-6 with 8 knockouts, an accuracy rate of 83%, a PPE rate of 76%, while averaging 21 points per game. When we look at Ethan Erwin, he has a record of 15 wins and 6 losses with 5 knockouts to his name, an accuracy rate near 86%, and a PPE rate of almost 82%, while averaging 21 points per game as well. So let's break down what both of these players look like in rounds 1 and 2 for their career. Dan Murrell, in the first round, he has a career accuracy rate of 84%, and he has had
this goes on for about 3 minutes.
6 times in the first round, hitting the bonus 5 times. Ethan Erwin, on the other hand, he has an accuracy rate of 88%.
I don't think I'm
he
gonna
is 5 for 5 on the bonus question. In round 2 for Dan Murrell, he has a career accuracy rate of 84% while earning 74% of his available points, and he also has 2 perfect second rounds. Ethan Erwin, on the other hand, one of the best players to ever play a second round. He has a career accuracy rate of 88% while earning 84% of his available points.
Give me a second. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. So, no offense to Frankie numbers, but let's get to the match, shall we?
We're ready, ladies and gentlemen. Pay-per-view.
Yeah, masks
versus, ladies and gentlemen. And man, you hear that energy, you feel it, you better feel it, because we are at
I missed the live studio audience
in Hollywood, California, for the big title match, Erwin versus Murrell 4.
Woo! Yeah! I was going to say, partner, Hollywood Boulevard is right out there, and inside, that is where the legends reside. The stars of stage and screen, or at least the trivia about stars of stage and screen, is going to happen in the cantina.
I don't want to wear my mask just to empathize with these guys.
Murrell, Erwin. meeting
Murrell win.
head-to-head. So much excitement. All of our pay-per-view audience around the world watching with a great audience here live in studio. That's them. They're fed. They're a little liquored up. They're ready to go, as maybe you are too. But before we get to the match breakdown, we have a super special guest that is with a super special interviewer. It's the great Steph Sabra. Steph, who are you talking to?
Give it up for JC, FCL Star Wars champion.
Nice.
Not only the FCL Star Wars champion, but the owner of this wonderful cantina that I will be living at now moving forward. JC, how's it been being involved in the MTS and the FCL champion?
I mean, I love it. I feel like if Scum and Villainy had an official sport, it would be MTS. And hopefully, if MTS had an official bar, it would be Scum and Villainy Cantina.
I think that is definitely what is happening right now, because this is where MTS should definitely live. But what is it like now incorporating the MTS in this cantina and now seeing these matches go down?
I mean, we love to celebrate everything pop culture here, and that's what MTS does, except it's competitive, and I'm like the most competitive person I've ever met in my life. So sitting here watching you guys do the show, like it's heaven.
You call yourself the Gungalorian. You got to show off the shirt.
Gungalorian.
Yeah, repping it to the day. But now I want to talk about Scum and Villainy and how did it even start? Because being in here is every nerd's dream, and I'm sure it all started with you.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. How many times have you, as a baseball fan or a football fan, walked into the local sports bar and you find the guy wearing the Patriots jersey or the Raiders jersey? And pop culture fans have never had that. So I wanted to create a place for people to go where when you're wearing a Firefly t-shirt, you can go and you can find your person and you can talk about weird statistics and all the little minutia that people love that are into pop culture the way that some people are into athletic sports.
And for the people watching at home, how can they get here? How can they be a part of this?
For me, it's get on a plane.
We're open 7 days a week at 6 p.m.
Heck yes. Well, JT, thank you so much, and thank you for having us at this wonderful cantina.
Yeah, we'll see you guys again soon.
How about that one more time for JC Reifenberg, ladies and gentlemen? The reason we are here tonight, he is the FCL Star Wars champion. And before we move on, and we're going to talk about this match, I also would like to give a lot of love and support to our own Jen Sturger. We are with you. We cannot wait for you to get better. We're here for you, Jen.
Oh yeah, I
So
heard
Jen
about her.
Sturger,
I heard she
Jen,
was
Let's hear for Jen Sturger.
sick. Oh yeah, she
The best
contracted
ever writers,
COVID.
Jen
Yeah,
Sturger, we love you. I'll
now I
drop off more
remember.
creation soon.
All right, so we are getting into this match. It's one big match here
Okay,
on pay-per-view. And these guys, Mark, they have.
I'm also
such a
cooking food
history
during this
history
match,
back. When
so
you look at the
I have
last
to
time Dan
jump
Murrell
and
was in a
quickly check
singles
on the,
tournament was
the
back in
oven.
2018.
Give me a
That's when
second.
And Ethan Erwin, big time, was going on his run. They faced in the tournament, and Ethan Erwin TKO'd Dan Murrell.
Woo, did that happen?
That happened. We couldn't believe that it happened, and it happened. And Ethan Erwin went on to win the championship in his rookie season. They thought, oh, this is the beginning of the new legacy. Well, Dan Murrell came back from a layoff, comes back to New York, takes the title away from Ethan Erwin. That was their second matchup. In their third matchup, in the digital era, they were playing. Dan was champion again, and in order to defend it, he played against Ethan Erwin. He beat Ethan Erwin in sudden death in the digital age. Now Ethan is on this tear again. Can Ethan take away the title from Dan, or is Dan, who has never been the champion and not defended, and all of his been champion 5 times. This is his 5th reign. If he beats Ethan tonight, this is yet another reign that he defends the championship. Can Ethan be the first person to take that claim away from Dan?
This would be an exciting matchup if we were playing in some park in Dayton, Ohio, but we're actually here live in front of a studio audience broadcast around the world for a pay-per-view event unlike any other, and for a closer look at how we got here.
Dan
Not that you didn't do a great job
is in the
explaining it. We
Schmoedown
have video
5
evidence.
years, 5 seasons, champion 5 times. So
I was retired and people were trying to scare me with Ethan Erwin.
Look, to be able to
Same.
take on the best is incredibly exciting for me.
I don't get to play for the belt this year. That's fine. I still have another shot to play for it next season. Season's not done, and I'm still ready to play.
Dan Murrell has never lost the #1 contender match. Well, Dan Murrell has never lost an opportunity while going for the championship. 4 times champion. He beat Mark Riley the first time he played for it. He beat Riley and Roca the second time, and the third time he beat Erwin, and then he beat his now partner Ben Bateman for that 4th one. So it would be an unprecedented.
And he
5
beat
times
Collins.
if he can do it here today.
For the 5th time. Your winner and new movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world once again.
Dan Murrell, once again, he's a 5-time movie trivia Schmoedown champion. The Dungeon is doing exactly what they set out to do.
I have a faction that understands
Hey, they're together.
how I play. Today has proven anything. It's that the Dungeon has taken what I was and bumped it up a few notches.
You prove that you really know how to play this game.
This is a loss that doesn't hurt, because who better to lose that title to than that man? Arguably one of the greatest of all time.
We had the first match that happened, and now we had the second match. I would not be surprised if we had the third match.
Still
Movie.
This time, I feel like I can hold my head higher than before, actually. I feel good about everything that happened in it. So I don't really have any regrets in things that I did in it.
It's all been leading to this, hasn't it? Ethan Erwin versus the GOAT. Ethan Erwin has been having, in my humble opinion, his best season ever.
Big time,
Yeah.
defeats Prime Time, 1 point win
He
and 2
defeated-
points to go
yeah,
to the
he
usual
defeated
suspect.
I
Oyama
know what a victory like this
because
is going to
Oyama
mean,
went to multiple
not just
choice.
for the faction point-wise, but for the morale.
We'll see how I play against Erwin. I have a tremendous amount of respect for him in the world, and in the Schmoedown, he's just another building block to my legacy, greater and greater and greater. And that's how I have to treat him.
And Bateman.
Bill Goldberg.
And your winner, big time, Ethan Erwin.
So, here we are.
Ethan Erwin is the master of
Annual match
cheering
against
when
Dan
he
Murrell.
thinks he
Even Dan
loses.
Ford, which will be, those matches are always crazy.
Every time that Ethan has played in a singles championship match, it's been against Dan Murrell, who in every single one of his 4 reigns has defended the title once.
Dan is the GOAT. Before I ever entered this league, long after we're all gone. But I feel like I've been having a heck of a year. I beat Oyama. I beat Bateman. Deception. I've got momentum. Is that going to be enough to carry me all the way? I guess
Although
we're gonna
Lightning
find out.
Time did get
The man
TKO'd
is
earlier this
locked
season,
in
to say.
right here today, the way Ethan Erwin has been playing, there is no one I would rather have my money on, even against greatest of all time Dan Murrell, than Ethan Big Time Erwin.
Dan, whatever happens, I'm coming for you. And it's going to be great.
These promos keep getting better somehow.
Well, there you go. You see the history. I was telling you the truth. There's so much there. And you look at the run of what Ethan Erwin has been doing this year. The guy has just been on fire. He's got an Inner Geekdom match coming up in just a couple of days in the tournament, the Inner Geekdom
Yeah,
tournament.
I
He
have
is
some
playing
thoughts on that
huge with
one,
his
but
partner,
I'll
Lightning
save it
Liz,
for
Shannon
when
Miller,
I
and
actually
they are
get to
doing
watch
well.
that one.
Dan Murrell is always doing well in singles, has had a rocky road in teams so far, but is still Dan Murrell. Listen to these records for what they both have.
Hit me.
Dan Murrell is 18-6 with 8 knockouts. Ethan Big Time Erwin is 15-6 with 5 knockouts. These are 2 of the best players we have ever seen.
They've had 10
And they're gonna
matches,
clash here today.
10
I cannot
wins.
wait. I ran into a guy.
Well,
just
they
a little
didn't
while
win by
ago, first time
knockout.
At the
You ran
Schmoedown.
into a guy.
Just ran into him, shoulder blocked him into the bar.
Smash!
And when he got up, he said, "Oh man, I've never been here before." And he got up, and this is the first time that he had been to it. And I said, "What a match you are seeing for your first time here to see 2 of the greats play today."
It's his first time, but both these competitors have competed in a Schmoedown over 20 times each. I've never done anything in my life over 20 times, except for that one thing that you can figure out what it is at home. This is going to be an all-time great matchup featuring 2 very smart managers as well. They really care about their coaching craft.
And you were going to say watching Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
All right, Mark. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen,
It's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown!
Good crowd here today.
Five
Round
for
the movie trivia Schmoedown Championship of the World. This page. Is that page? Yeah, the tattoos don't lie. And there's Liz.
For the challenger. He's been waiting for this title shot. He got a title shot last year, Mark, and now he gets a chance to retake the title. And what a way to do it when he's playing as hot as he is.
That's right. He was in either Ohio or Hawaii, depending on who you believe. Now back
And
in
here he comes.
stateside.
Here he comes. There's Sam Levine, his manager, and Liz Shannon Miller, I believe, his partner, and Paige Provetti is there. And there he is. There he is, big time.
Introducing first the challenger, representing the usual suspects, with a record of 15 wins, 6 defeats, and 5 knockouts. He is the former movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Ethan Big Time Erwin!
I love Ethan. Very jovial, dancing. He's in a good mood today.
He's ready. He's ready. What? I mean, he's been playing just unbelievable, and now we await the champion.
I love this theme song.
Unmistakable music of one competitor.
Da-dum, da-dum,
Strikes fear into the hearts of
da-dum.
Scares me, and I'm not even playing.
dancing, and I'm terrified.
And you know, you've seen it so many different times.
Don't go in the water.
There he is!
The great
And Adam Witt!
He is coming in with, we believe, a few of his fascinations partner, Ben Bateman.
Hear this music. You are indeed going to need a...
And he's got the suit.
And here he
Ben
comes.
Bateman, that is.
There is the great Dan Murrell. He's there, and he's got the title. There is the champion as he walks in.
He's got
Is that there, Craig? The big Stepping Stones got their own table. Legend. Record. No wins. 6 defeats and 8 knockouts. He is the former movie trivia Schmoedown Team's champion and the reigning, defending, undisputed 5-time movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Dangerous Dan Murrell!
There is Dan Murrell with the title, the championship belt, and a lot of respect to both Ethan and Dan. They've been here before. No bad blood, just a lot of respect.
They both have hoisted that belt. Dan, before we do the rules, got to ask you, how's that belt do at TSA? Anybody ask you some funky questions about what the hell it is?
I'm not going to joke with you. I almost had to check it because they thought it was a deadly weapon.
In some circles, it could be.
They asked me if I was bringing a saw onto the plane. I'm 100% serious.
He might be bringing a saw to the match today, but Ethan, I'm sure he has some sort of garage tools that he can counter that with, and so it's going to be an even fight here.
Okay, I'm going to take advantage of the time that they're going to read the rules to check up on
championship
the oven again.
Round matchup, but round one's going to feel like a normal run-of-the-mill match because 8 questions from 8 different corners of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how will be asked to the field of competition. Questions are worth 1 point, no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 1. As soon as we ask the question, you have about 15 seconds to get that correct answer written down as best you can. Once we ask you by name or nickname, please show what you wrote to the audience, to us, to the camera, and if you can do us a solid and just make sure that both managers can see what you wrote down as well. So it's going to take a tour around the world. Once it does, we will award points as we see fit. I'll remind each competitor of your 3 usages of the JTE
probably check back on it
throughout the duration of the match.
after the wheel round, I
you want to
think.
repeat the question,
Give
or
it
you
some
just like
time to
saying
stew.
the cute little guy's name, use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge. You may utilize at any point throughout the 5-round match. We'll bring in managers, we'll hear our arguments, and it will ultimately be your manager that confirms and ratifies if said challenge is taking place. And when I say manager, I mean Sam and Kaiser, or whoever the hell Kaiser wanted to manage today. That appears to be Adam Witt. Hello, Adam.
People like Adam Witt.
Fan favorite.
So we asked the champion first. Are you ready?
I am so ready.
And the challenger.
Always be closing.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
You feel it? You feel that vibe? Round number one. Question number one. Gentlemen, we're going to start with action adventure. Which film in the Mission Impossible franchise features supporting performances from Michelle Monaghan, Ving Rhames, and Lawrence Fishburne?
Big matchup here. Got my haircut for the event. This haircut is called "The Gym Was Out of Shampoo This Morning."
It looks accurate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with
I
Dan
haven't seen
Murrell.
them all yet, but I'm going to guess
Mission
Fallout?
Impossible 3.
Yes, and Ethan.
Mission Impossible 3.
Got it. All right, thank you.
Where was Lawrence Fishburne in that
Question
movie?
2.
I don't know.
All right,
I
next
never
question
get
is
anything
in
right
the
about those
category
movies.
of new releases, not the blockbuster section, but new releases in the last 12 to 18 months. And the query. This 2021 film follows Denzel Washington as a sheriff who teams up with Rami Malek as they look for a serial killer who's terrorizing Los Angeles. Good God, that's right outside. Do we have security?
5. No, that's not 5. I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's a quick count.
That's a quick one. I can't see the clock. And
You got a dentist appointment?
5, 4, 3. No, my keeps me in good condition. 2, 1. Pens down. And we start with Ethan.
The Little Things.
Yes, Dan.
The Little Thing.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right.
Now we got ourselves, at the moment, it is 2-2 as we get to our next question.
2-2.
Here it is. Question number 3. Black cinema. Which actress appears in the films Ray, Django Unchained, and Miracle at St. Anna?
I'm always a little nervous critiquing movies when Ethan is competing because I'm not sure if he produced it.
Or wrote them. 5.
Does he do that too?
Yes.
God, is there
4,
anything he doesn't
3,
do?
2, 1. Pens down. And we start with Dan Murrell.
Kerry Washington?
Yes. And Ethan.
With a K, not a C.
That's it.
Okay. Well, at least I got one question right. Can you at least let me
All
have
right,
that?
The next category is in the world of mystery movies. And the question. This 2000s satirical dark comedy mystery from director Robert Altman stars Michael Gambon, Maggie Smith, and Charles Dance. Do Charles Dance's
Sounds like a Harry Potter spin-off movie. I don't know. I got one question correct.
I
can go to bed happy, I guess.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we start with Ethan Erwin.
Gosford Park.
Yes. Dan.
Gosford Park.
We're tied up. We knew this is exactly what we were going to get with these two guys. And now we get to question 5. Famous actors and actresses. Which actor appeared in the films The Ghost and the Darkness, Deja Vu, and The Missing?
Just based on titles alone, which one of those movies you walking into?
None of them.
I'll remind you, there's
Wilson.
both Ghost
5,
and Darkness in one of
4,
them.
3, I'll answer later. 2.
Repeat the question.
First one. Which actor appeared in the films The Ghost and the Darkness, Deja Vu, and The Missing?
Still decide.
No, I just
Roger that.
I'm ignoring you. And 5.
Fair.
4.
Stop it there.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we start with Dan Murrell.
Said Val Kilmer.
Yes, Ethan.
Did not have it.
Ethan didn't have it. Dan gets first blood. Dan strikes first blood. And question 6.
Question 6 is in the category of, I love it, comedy. I just missed it so much. Your question for a point. This 1980s comedy featuring Steve Guttenberg, Marion Ramsey, and Bubba Smith featured the tagline, "Just don't call them when you're in trouble."
What's the answer to the Finstock Exchange?
You know that Val Kilmer documentary by our
So
buddy
good.
Andrew Freed.
It's amazing.
Definitely not one to miss.
4,
Nah.
3, 2, 1. Hands down, and we start with Ethan.
Police Academy.
Yes, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
I
so
guess
we're
I
at, so
guess I should have thought about it harder. I might have been able to get it. Who knows?
The answer, excuse me, the score at the moment as we get to question 7. Champion up by 1. Martial arts films. This 1990s Jackie Chan film, directed by Stanley Tom, also co-stars Michelle Yeoh and follows Chan as he attempts to infiltrate a drug cartel.
Do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down?
Miami Beach guy.
As far as Jackie Chan movies?
Bobcat is actually really entertaining.
Bobcat's great.
5, 4.
I think I might have seen this one, but
2,
can't
1.
remember the name of it.
Hands down, and we start with Dan.
Super Cop?
Yes, and Ethan.
Nope, not the one I was thinking of.
All right, so Dan Murrell has the lead. Question 8. If Dan Murrell gets this correct, he will have a perfect first round and will get a bonus. If he doesn't, then we'll move on to round 2.
Erwin currently trailing by 1. The final question in round number 1 is in the category of fantasy science fiction. Perfect for this bar. Your question. Matthew Broderick and Michelle Pfeiffer star in what 1985 medieval dark fantasy from director Richard Donner?
All right, so
the late great
Dan Murrell.
The late great, yeah.
Trying to get a perfect round here.
Then that bonus question could loom large.
Could.
Extra point possibility.
5, 4.
I got nothing.
3, 2, 1. Ben's down, please, and we start with Ethan.
Lady Hawk.
Yes, and Dan.
Lady Hawk.
Perfect round for Dan Murrell. So
they're so smart, they even got the E on the end of Lady Hawk. Unusual spelling.
all right, Dan, this is for you and only you. You just have to answer. You don't have to write it down. Are you ready, sir?
Yes.
Here you go. Which actor appears in the films Earthquake, Charade, and JFK? Five, 4.
Walter Matthau?
One more point for Dan Murrell. That is correct.
Tough.
My
bonus
birthday!
question. Murrell doesn't blink and brings a 2-point lead into round number 2. This is the wheel round. The wheel of fate, doom, and justice. Possibly championship level justice will be levied.
Justice!
Here. There's an actual wheel. I'm so excited. 2 points per question. If you need multiple choice to get that correct answer, we'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question recedes to
That
1.
studio
Multiple
matches
choice
run
will
by
be
so
valued
fast,
round
it's
number
great.
2 because stealing is also available. If you miss a question, your competitor can pick up points. Spinning first or deferring will be Dan Murrell. It's your option, champ. What would you like to do?
I will defer.
Ethan is up.
All right, so
Let's
Ethan
some
Erwin, you
defer.
that wheel.
Alrighty, here we go.
Wow. Whoa. Ethan missed
He's
that
got an
wheel.
arm.
Oh, it feels good. Feels good.
The sweet caress of Ethan Erwin has given way to a hulking spin.
Yeah, that wheel has not seen Ethan in a little bit. And there it is.
Smoke
And
if
it's
you
coming
got
back
him.
around, and where's it gonna go? It's going to remix and
Why?
no, 70s. 70s it is.
All right, that's the 1970s, Ethan.
That is right. 70s. That was Ethan that happened to. Wasn't it?
They have about 50 seconds
Yeah,
left
that
to
is
make their
true.
decision.
It happened
They can
against
spin
Ethan.
again. Opponents and spinner's choice not on the wheel
No.
per the champ's
For the
desires.
champ. That's right. That is an option that the champion has inside of all champions.
Yeah, let's keep it.
Gonna keep it. All right.
I think
Going
Ethan
70s.
said several
Ethan
times
Erwin
he's
is
not too
going
good at
70s.
70s, so maybe he
All right,
studied.
Ethan, you're gonna get 4 questions in the realm of 1970s. Are you ready, sir?
I am.
Al Pacino
Al
plays
Pacino.
Sonny, a man who attempts to rob what type of establishment in the film Dog Day Afternoon?
A diner?
Yes, sir. 2 points. Ethan, what name does Alex use to refer to his group of thugs in A Clockwork Orange?
I believe they are
The Burning
Group.
Yes, sir. 2 more points.
I said the Burning Grooves. That's a completely different
Game. Murrell's still perfect, but Ethan with a 2-point advantage.
context.
Ethan, third question. The 1971 coming-of-age drama, The Last Picture Show, takes place in what U.S. state during the 1950s?
Texas.
Correct.
Fought his way through that one, and Ethan remains perfect in round 2.
All right, here you go, Ethan. Final question. Which actress won Oscars for her performances in the 70s films Women in Love and A Touch of Class?
I'm going to go with multiple choice on that one.
Is it
Is there a reason he's wearing
Glenda
two
Jackson,
masks on top of
B,
his of
Jill
each
Clayburgh,
other?
C, Maggie Smith, D, Ellen Burstyn?
Maggie Smith, because she's McGonagall, I guess. I don't know.
I go with
5.
D. Ellen Burstyn.
Is incorrect. Dan, for the steal, I'm going to give you the question and read you the multiple. Which actress
I'm on one,
won
by the way,
Oscars
just saying.
for her performances in the 1970s films Women in Love and A Touch of Class? Is it A, Glenda Jackson, B, Jill Clayburgh, C, Maggie Smith, D, Ellen Burstyn?
A, Glenda Jackson.
For 1 point, that's Dan Murrell.
Big steal by Dan Murrell. Not enough people naming their kids Glenda these days, but it comes through big. And now it's a 3-point lead for Ethan. Now Dan Murrell gets his spin at the wheel.
All right, so Dan Murrell with 10 points and Ethan with 13. So Dan, should he have a nice wheel route, can get himself a sizable lead. But these are championship questions right now, and 3 points to separate him at the moment.
I'm telling you, it's a great name. I don't know what happened to Glenda.
All right, now the champion will spin.
Bring
Champion
back
spin.
Glenda.
All right.
All right, here he goes. Now he says hi to the wheel.
Whee!
And he gives
Hey,
it a
Will.
mighty spin.
Missed you.
Yes, indeed. And he's looking to get himself a sizable lead if he finds something he likes.
Yep.
And he didn't put opponent's choice on there, so he's got an opportunity.
Round and round it goes.
And we are looking at...
Is it going to be Stephen King or
It's not.
director?
Directors.
Directors.
Directors. So
I
now
think
they're
he's gonna take
defer
it.
Both him and
It's pretty
Adam
good with
Witt. They're
directors,
gonna
I
defer
think.
At the moment.
And if there were any cobwebs on that wheel, Ethan and Dan spin shook them off.
They're trying to figure out exactly if this is the category that Dan should take.
Regardless, I like that picture of Stephen King that we chose.
Yeah, I did too. There's a lot of great pictures on there, though.
Because I also love books. Do I read them? No, but I love them.
We appreciate it.
He loves
I
that
like
they
listening.
exist.
I'm going to take another shot at
Gonna
it.
take another
Just
shot.
Okay.
All right, Dan's going to spin away from directors, and there's the spin by Dan Murrell.
Maybe he's going with the indirectors category.
Whatever Dan gets here, he is going to have to choose unless it lands on 70s, then he will spin again.
And somewhere the virtual wheel just ordered another double.
And
It's not going to be 70s. It is going to be directors! Who knew?
All right, Dan Murrell, it is your opportunity to answer some questions in round number 2. You spun directors. Mark?
Oops.
4 questions.
I would say it's a fairly broad category, Dan. Literally every movie ever has had a director.
Welcome to singles.
Except
And now we have 4 questions.
the original Suicide Squad
2
movie,
points,
but that's a
unless you need
completely
multiple
different
choice your first
story.
one.
And then you
Spike
find
Lee
Forstick.
was nominated for his first Best Director Academy Award for which film?
Malcolm X, I don't know.
5. 4.
I'll take multiple choice, please.
All right, your 4 options for a point. Is it A, Black Klansman, B, Do the Right Thing, C, Malcolm X, or D, 25th Hour?
C, Malcolm X.
That is incorrect. So for a 1-point steal, Ethan, we're going to repeat the question and the options. Spike Lee was nominated for his first Best Director Academy Award for which film? A, Black Klansman, B, Do the Right Thing, C, Malcolm X, or D, 25th Hour?
Do the right thing, I guess.
Is it Black Klansman?
Final answer?
Final answer.
Is correct. It is Black Klansman. Cannot believe it took that long for Spike to get his
Really?
first nomination.
I can't believe it either.
All right, here's the next question for Dan Murrell.
Did he say
14 to
won
10,
or
Dan trails by
nominated?
4.
I
He
can't
can make
remember.
up 2 of those points with this next question if it's correct with the answer. Which
I know he won, but I don't remember
2017
if it was-
film did Catherine Bigelow direct, which starred John Boyega?
Detroit?
Detroit.
Big year for the Lions.
Wow,
Positive
I
Dan is
actually
correct
knew
for
that.
2 points. And now Dan Murrell can tie the lead of big time if he hits his penultimate question in the category of directors. How many times did the Russo brothers direct Chadwick Boseman?
I'm pretty sure it's 4.
5. 4.
Civil War, Infinity War,
Repeat the
Endgame,
question, please. First one.
and
Categories
21
directed.
Bridges.
Question. How many times did the Russo brothers direct Chadwick Boseman?
They did direct 21 Bridges, if I remember correctly.
3.
Is a correct answer.
Really? Okay.
Murrell hits that.
So I guess they didn't direct.
Tie ball game. So Dan Murrell has an
Back.
opportunity to take his lead back should he get this question correct.
And it is in the category of directors once again. Here it is.
Maybe they just
Steven
produced
Soderbergh
it.
directed Channing Tatum, Adam Driver, and Daniel Craig in which 2017 film?
Logan
Logan
One
Lucky,
movie,
yeah.
That's also right for 2
Yeah,
points.
Logan Lucky.
Dan Murrell now regains
It came
the
back
lead
into
over
my
Ethan
mind
by
just
2
as he
points.
said it,
2
so
points.
I
Now
consider
we
it
get
a
into
point.
Round number 3. It is the betting round.
Get excited, Christian, because we're going to Vegas. Not literally.
No, we're close enough. But look, this is a back.
I'm gonna check on the oven
and
again.
We only have a 2-point lead here by the champion going into round number 3. How's it work?
We're going to Barstow.
I ain't going to no Barstow. You know where that's from?
Place your bets, folks. Just going to breeze right over that. Each competitor is going to place a wager of points. You may wager as many as 3 points. You may wager as little as 0 points. 1 point and 2 points, also acceptable bets. How do we get that bet? Well, we're going to spin that wheel one more time. Once that wheel settles on a slice, Christian will ask one question. Before he asks the question, you will make your wager depending on how confident you are in the slice that was spun. We will get all wagers and make note of it before the question is asked. Once we ask the question, write down.
Pretty sure I'm
your
only
best
gonna have
attempt
to check on
at
it
an
one more
answer
time.
with whatever writing surface you prefer.
You're going a lot of strategy here now, too, because if you're Ethan, what do you do? Do you go for 2? Do you go for 3 and try to hit that 3 to try to take a lead? Does Dan bet safe? It's a very tricky strategy at the moment.
And if you're Dan Murrell, who has the honor of spinning the wheel, do you spin it as hard as you can, or do you maybe spin it a little softer just to make sure it doesn't break?
All right. Here is the spin by the champion.
All right.
Spinning the wheel,
All right.
not the pegs.
All right.
Somewhere in the middle.
That was a good, hearty spin.
It was a good Dan Murrell
Dan
spin.
has been working out in the southeast.
Whatever we land on here, that's the question we're going to get. And it looks like we're going right back. Nope. This time, we're going to Halle Berry.
Halle Berry Films.
All right. So based off of that
Halle
spin,
Berry.
they're going to...
All right, we're going to get the wagers real quick.
Dan, can we see your board, please, for the judges? If you have your point total, how many you're betting, show us over here.
Yeah, just make sure we get a quick look at it. Thank
Great.
you, sir.
And then Ethan.
Thank
Great.
you, sir.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Here you go.
Categories Halle Berry. Christian, what hath ye wrought?
How many roles does Halle Berry play in the 2012 sci-fi drama Cloud Atlas?
We're going to give you 20 seconds.
Yeah, 20 seconds.
We should probably give you 2 hours.
Still will be shorter than that movie, I'm assuming.
Good question. Thank you. Yeah.
And 5.
I think I got this,
4,
but either way,
3,
I
2,
only bet 1 point.
and down.
Just wanted to point that out.
Champion, how many points?
I bet 3 points.
And you said?
I said 3.
I said
Ethan,
3
how many
also.
points?
3 points?
And you said?
I said 5.
Answer was 6.
Whoa.
Both losing 3 points. Both losing 3.
But you're not losing position against your opponent necessarily. You
They
can
lost the same amount of
not
points.
capitalize on Dan missing because Ethan also missed, so it is still a 2-point game in favor of the reigning champion
Damn
of the
that
world, Dan
movie.
Murrell.
Crazy. They both lost the 3. Neither one of them picking up an advantage. And now we get to the buzzer round. Now, if you saw it at Collision, it was an equalizer. What is it going to do here for this championship round? Mark, what are the rules for the speed round?
I'm no soothsayer. That's the psychic across the street. But what I can tell you is that those buzzers are going to light up if you think you have a correct answer. But be careful because we're asking 5 questions in this round. Each question's worth a point. If you think you know it, go ahead and hit that buzzer. If it lights up green in your favor, I'm going to say your name out loud. Once I do, you have exactly 2 seconds 1 Mississippi,
2 Mississippi.
to speak the correct answer into the microphone. If you get the question correct, like I said, you get a point. However, if you miss the question, you lose a point. So choose wisely, as a famous knight once said. Christian will be administering the questions. I will be off to the side, alerting him as to which competitor hit green first. I can actually just see it from here.
Can you?
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Here we go. Here is the first question. Who directed the films Rocky V, Happy New Year, and
Ethan?
John Avildsen.
That is correct. All right. Question 2. What year saw the release of the following films? Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, Die Hard?
Ethan?
1995.
Yes.
2 points for Ethan.
I don't know why I
Which
thought I got any
actress
points here.
appears in the films Above Suspicion, Big Trouble in Little China, and
Ethan?
Kim Cattrall.
Yes.
Whoa, whoa. Who's running this
Which
table?
actor appeared in the films Almost Famous, Enemy of the State, and Mallrat?
Ethan?
Jason Lee.
Yes.
He's smoking. He's got all 4 so far.
Last one. What franchise features the characters Frank Catton, Terry Benedict, The Amazing
Dan?
The Oceans franchise.
Yes.
All right,
Okay,
so
Dan
Murrell
got one
cleans
right
up
at the end.
round, but before then, it was all Ethan on the dance floor. 4 points for Ethan, 1 point for Dan, and apparently a broken glass somewhere. And so a lot of action here in the lightning round, but what it all shakes out to is Dan Murrell and Ethan Erwin taking in one of the best championship matches we've seen into round 5.
All right, so it is 15-14. The challenger with a 1-point lead going into the 5th and final round, the championship round.
Like I said, these studio matches run
All
by
right, Mark, great
very
speed
fast, and I
round
love
by
it.
The challenger there gets himself in position, and now we have the 5th and final round. How's it go?
In round number 5, the round that will determine the match and the fate of the belt, like where it's going to reside for the next little while, we need some help from our competitors. 3 questions will emerge, and so your help will be in the form of numbers. We need 3 numbers from each of you. These numbers may range from 1 to 20. You may not pick the same numerals as your opponent, as each integer corresponds to a unique category of Schmoedown mystery. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next one is worth 3 points. Your final question is worth 5 of the biggest points of your belted career. Dan Murrell is the champ, but Ethan Erwin finds himself with the lead after the speed round. So Ethan, you will give us your 3 lucky numbers first. From 1 to 20, what feels fortunate?
I will go 15, 10, and 1.
15, 10, and 1 for Ethan and for Dan Murrell.
I'm going to go 4, 8, 13.
4, 8, and 13 for the champion. All right, the champion will go first here. Category 4. Starts Dan Murrell off with horror films. Horror films for Dan Murrell. All right, Dan, for your 2-point question in the realm of horror, what film gave us the famous images of blood pouring out of an elevator?
The Shining.
The Shining.
For 2 points, Dan Murrell.
Okay.
And just like
See,
that,
it was
Dan
easy.
Murrell
That's how I
has
was
the
able
lead
to get
over
it.
Ethan Erwin once again, so we pivot to Ethan's first question for 2 points and to regain the lead.
Ethan chose category 15 for his first question, and that the 1980s movies.
1980s. Ethan, I believe you were on Earth for a little of that decade.
I would say a lot of that decade.
Right, it's been a fair amount
I
of
would
time.
say none of that decade for me.
Here's a question about a movie that did the same. For 2 points and to regain the lead, who directed the 1980 film Raging Bull?
Martin Scorsese.
That is a
Like I
quick
said, it's an
answer and a
easy one.
correct
That's why I got it.
Ethan's back on top, big time, by 1.
All right, so now we bounce back to the champion. He chose category 8. Category 8 for Dan Murrell. Scores and soundtracks. Scores and soundtracks for Dan Murrell. Dan, here is your 3-point question in the realm of scores and soundtrack. What legendary Western film composer composed the following 80s movies? The Mission, The Untouchables, and Cinema Paradiso.
Ennio Morricone.
Yes, sir. That is 3 points for Dan Murrell.
All right, so Dan Murrell regaining the lead once again, this time by 2 points. So we go back to Ethan for his chance to regain the lead with his 3-pointer. Ethan, you selected number 10, and that corresponds to, as chance happens, another decade. We know you were around for the 80s. Were you alive in the 2000s?
Pretty much.
Yes, I was.
He was. He was. We have confirmation from his manager. So we go
So was I.
to your 3-pointer, which could give you the lead over the current champ.
I think.
In the category of the 2000s. Jason Biggs, Allison Hannigan, January Jones, and Fred Willard all appear in what 2003 comedy sequel? Five, 4, 3.
Is it American Wedding?
That's his final answer, and it is correct for 3 points. All right, Ethan
2019.
You know what
I
that means,
missed that
Christian?
year.
So here's where we stand. Dan Murrell has to hit his 5-pointer. He hits it, it bounces back to Ethan. However, if Dan Murrell does not hit his 5, Ethan Erwin is the new movie trivia Schmoedown champion. Dan
Once
Murrell
again.
chose category 13. Category 13 for Dan. Dan,
Will it
that's
bring the
Tom
luck?
Cruise films. Tom
Probably.
Cruise is the 5-pointer for Dan Murrell. All right, Dan. For your 5-point question, here it is. Dan, Tom Cruise played a cocky character named Vincent Luria in which 1986 film?
The Color of Money.
That is correct. For 5 points. All right.
Big answer there. That is the resolve of a champion. Will he remain champion? It all comes down to the 5-pointer of Ethan Erwin to determine that. If Ethan hits this question, he gets the belt. If he misses, Dan retains the championship belt yet again. A lot riding on this 5-pointer from Ethan. He selected category 1, Christian.
That would put him with action adventure. And here is the question. Mark, action adventure.
For 5 points in the win and the belt. What film from director Andrew Davis stars Keanu Reeves on the run after being framed for treason and murder?
Dan, this has been a hell of a game, and I feel like the belt should be in California for a little bit. It's Chain Reaction.
And your winner and new movie trivia Schmoedown to the world once again. And big time
Erwin does it! See the emotion on Ethan Erwin. It's all pouring out of him. Here comes the bell. The bell to the new champion. What a battle, a legendary battle again between these two guys. The great sportsmanship, and there it is. Ethan did it. The fans going wild. Done it. Sam going wild behind him. Ethan Erwin, Dan Levine. That is Dan Levine's first championship as a manager. Ethan Erwin is the champion once again.
And well earned. Christian, the guy holds it in. He stays composed through the whole match, as does his manager, but when it's all said and done, you see him hoisting the belt, you see the emotion on his face, you see it all pouring out of him. That's how much this game, this sport means to
Even
him,
through the
to
masks.
us, to everybody watching around the world, to all the great folks here in our live studio audience. It's coming villainy. This is the stuff champions are made of. What a battle it was.
What a match. I mean, it went every which way from Dan Murrell in the first round, perfect round, back and forth in the second round. No one got it right in the third. Ethan with that amazing speed round. That's what won him the game, was the speed round. Again, the equalizer. See you later, Fast Money. And it's all about, this is what I'm talking about. This is why this battle,
right back.
that's why this absolute fight was incredible. What a match it was. Ethan Erwin takes the title, and now it ain't over for him. He's got Marisol McKee next month.
That is a quick turnaround for a champion and a formidable opponent. Ethan going up against Marisol. Lady Justice taking on Big Time once again for the belt. It was the very first time that we saw Ethan and Dan play each other. That set off a chain reaction that let us all think, this is not the last time we're going to see these two tussling for possibly it all one day. The color of money is green, but today it's all about the gold that is on that belt that now adorns the shoulder of Ethan Big Time Erwin.
Well, they're 2-2 against each other, you know. So, and now this is a spot that Dan Murrell has been. He's going back into that tournament now. Now he goes. Into the tournament.
Nobody wants to see him in that tournament.
Probably not.
Nobody wants to see Dan
Murrell
Murrell in the
Can
tournament.
Ethan hold on to the title to get the Spectacular? And can we see it for a fifth time at Spectacular to settle the score? I mean, there's so many options and so many things. But Steph Sabra is standing by with the new Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Ethan
Once
Erwin,
again.
and Sam Levine.
I'm here with the new Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion of the world. Ethan, congratulations.
Well deserved and
How are you
well
feeling
earned.
After an epic win against the GOAT Dan Murrell.
I mean, look, Dan is always going to be the GOAT. This doesn't change that. I mean, disbelief, just absolute disbelief. This, you know, I've been having a great year. It's been going great, but you know, momentum only takes you so far. I am just so excited. I have an awesome faction. They've helped me study so much. You know, some of the things that we studied even weeks ago, I was like, oh, great, this is coming back. And it's just, it's incredible. I'm really overwhelmed. It's like, you know, I try to always like be cool and calm and like, yeah, it's crazy. I'm overwhelmed.
I saw you put two fists up in the air. I was like, yes, Ethan, get it. That was really exciting to watch go down. Sam, you've been the champion. Now you are managing a player with that belt. How does that feel?
Is Liz
It
wearing
feels
a
incredible.
Grogu
I mean,
mask?
This is the suspect's first belt. It's about time.
First belt so far.
Honestly, I feel like this is the first of many. These are champion caliber players, every single one of them. And I keep saying we are led by Ethan and Liz and Drew, and they put their best foot forward.
It is a Grogu
Everyone
mask.
follows their lead, and now we got Paige over here who's kicking some butt. So I love what Ethan was able to accomplish here today, and it is the beginning of a truly great season for us.
Ethan, it was really exciting to watch you come back from round 1, round 2, and then that speed round. You just killed it. What, were you nervous at all going into that? Did you know that's where you could collect those points?
You know what? Sam and I talked about it. We were just like, this is where I've got to do it. This is where I've got to like make up the difference. So, you know,
And
even
it
if I
helped. It
think I
worked
know it, even if it's just
a
gonna be
lot.
guess, go for it. Try and get as many points as possible. So.
Sam, before this match, what were you talking to Ethan about? What was the mentality going into it?
I
was
love
just asking him where the best
Liz's
taco place is here in Hollywood.
dress, shirt, thing,
and
whatever.
we had some differing
She's
views
wearing
on
an
it. It's almost
unknown
close.
shirt or
But,
unknown
no, the
dress.
real answer is I was
That's
just trying to know
great.
exactly where he was in the game, points-wise, how many JTEs he had. Of course, we can challenge anything, but like he said, I said, look, it's the speed round, man. It's the equalizer. So if you think you know it, go for it. And he knew it.
Well, I hope you revel in the win today, but next month, moving forward, you're going to take on Marisol McKee. What are your thoughts on that match?
I mean, I guess I should get as much time with this as I can then. Because, yeah, she's great. No, I mean, and seeing her win over Kevin Smith and just, she's scary. Obviously, I played her in teams, but it's a whole different ballgame. So I'm excited to do it. I think she's phenomenal. She's future of the league, so can't wait to do it.
You said that belt needed to be in LA, in California for a little bit. Do you know where you're going to hang it?
I don't yet. I have to figure it out.
Wait, he's not in Ohio anymore?
So yeah, I'll work it out this week.
Well, congrats again to the usual suspects. Ethan, congratulations. Back to you at the desk.
Classy interview there from the new Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Ethan Erwin, ladies and gentlemen. And what a match it was, and what a battle. I mean, these two guys, they're 2-2. And I feel, again, this is not the last time we're going to see them, but it always happens like that. It's like a seesaw battle, back and forth. You never know who's going to win. It doesn't matter who's in the lead, even up to the last question. You never know what's going to happen with these two guys.
That's why they're great. That's why they're on the, I hate to have the Mount Rushmore. It's really tough to just pick 4 people, especially when I'm already 3 of the people on Mount Rushmore. And so Ethan Erwin there saying, look, I'm going to hang on to this belt as long as I can because he knows Marisol McKee has game to spare. She's ready to play. He wants that belt in California. It may not be in California for too much longer. She's got that level of talent. We'll see how that plays out. In the meantime, we are now going to throw back to Steph Sabra for an interview with Again, a multiple champion and always classy in victory or defeat, Dan Murrell and Adam Witt of the Dungeon.
With the GOAT Dan Murrell, now former champion, but 5-time champion. What is the plan moving forward? What's the thoughts? Are you coming back for the 6?
I mean, yeah, there's a singles tournament.
Of course.
I believe there's a slot open for me in it, and I've got a faction. I'm not just playing for myself anymore. I'm playing for this faction. I need to make up the ground that I could have made up today. So if there's any question about what I'm doing next, the answer is I'm going into the singles tournament. I'm going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone is excited to see that because you put on one heck of a match today. How are you feeling about your performance after that with Ethan?
I mean, look, it's a one-point game. So you're going to sit and you're going to nitpick every decision that you made. I was very confident in my wheel spin. I do not regret betting 3. I'd bet 3 again right now if you spun Halle Berry on that wheel. It was just a tougher question. That speed round, Ethan, I mean, he played aggressive. He played what you need to do. There's a few of those I didn't know. There was one that I hesitated a split second on that I wish, maybe I should have buzzed in. But again, that's 1 point here and there. You can sit and nitpick your game all you want. When it comes down to 1 point, do I go with my gut on Spike Lee? But the fact of the matter is this was, I know, a worthy opponent, obviously, and this is how these games go. And I've had plenty that fall my way, plenty. And so I just, obviously I wish I could keep the streak alive of defending the belt, but I don't really know if there's anyone else that's got a shot at playing 5 years and failing to defend a belt on their 5th year. So I'm still proud of that record.
Yeah, that's definitely something to be proud of. It is always an honor to watch you play. But Adam, I know before we started this interview, you were saying how proud you were of how he competed tonight.
You couldn't change a thing in that match, honestly. Yeah, like he said, you could nitpick, but through every part of the strategy seemed written to take him to victory, and I wouldn't change a thing in that. But yeah, just when you're in a championship match, when you're playing at Dan Murrell's level and Ethan's level, it comes down to these razor thin margins. And it's been my honor to train alongside this man, to stand behind him over there, and to watch this happen. Great job, Dan. Great job.
How can you not love Dan? After this loss, you said that you're already ready to get back into the singles tournament.
Yeah.
Is there any
Because he's a true
strategy you'll be
champion.
taking into that?
Not get TKO'd in the second round, like I did in the only other tournament I went into. No,
Against
it's
Ethan!
very-
Just saying!
To a certain extent, the game's the game, but I think a lot of it is opponent-based. So I'm going to sit back. I'm going to see who I have to face. And as I said many, many times, I know more than anybody. There's no such thing as an underdog match on any given game. Anything can happen. And so whoever I'm facing, I'm going to be ready, and they better be ready for my A game.
Well, I can't wait to see that, and I'm sure
favorite.
everyone can't wait to see that as well. Mark Christian, back to you.
Well, as you see, obviously, Dan, that's why Dan is so great. You hear him there. He's like, look, Ethan did what he needed to do in that speed round. I didn't. He won. And then he said exactly what you expect Dan Murrell to say. I'm going in the tournament, and I'm going to win it. Like, that's why he is considered by most people as the greatest to ever play this game, for the way that he plays and the determination. And you're going to see that determination when he enters the singles tournament. And you're right. I wouldn't want to be that person going, oh, great, I got Dan Murrell.
Oh, that's a tough draw. It's like you look at the NCAA tournament, it's like drawing Duke and Carolina and Kansas all together on one court facing you. That's how good he is. And Dan Murrell, look, the guy flew in, he got a quick nap, he competed, didn't go his way. He looks like he's ready to start the tournament right now.
I'm sure he is, because it's so funny. Last year, if Dan would have if Dan would have lost to Ethan, he would have been in the tournament. But because Dan beat Ethan, Ethan was in the tournament, and now the roles have reversed. So these two are playing the same
how are
game
the
over and over. You
turntables?
mentioned beforehand, Lady Justice Marisol McKee is 5-1, and she is the first lady to be playing for the championship since Clark Wolf in 2018. This is going to be some kind of fight next month. What a match it's going to be. Marisol McKee,
I think
Ethan Erwin.
Christian
and
is
that's
getting,
gonna happen. Mark,
he's
it's
either
already
getting
set in
emotional
stone.
or sick. I'm not
On
sure.
September 17th, that's when it's going down. September 17th, Marisol McKee versus Ethan Erwin. And then the winner of that, they're not going to get much rest, because either Marisol McKee or Ethan Erwin, is defending that title in New York. That's right, on October 9th. Tickets on sale at ShmoedownLive.com. Either Ethan Erwin or Marisol McKee will be defending the championship in New York.
September 17th, I'll be back from Vegas, out of rehab by then, so I can call that match. And then we go to New York, and anything can happen in New York, including this guy doing stand-up. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun coming up here for the remainder of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Season 8 War. And you talk about battles, we got to witness one here today. And what a way to kick off our series here at Scum and Villainy in the heart of Hollywood. Hollywood Boulevard is right out there. I used to live in an apartment a stone's throw from here, and it's just nice to be back home in Scum and Villainy, next to you, calling a match with a great studio audience. This is what the Schmoedown feels like, and it's also a pretty good display of movie trivia knowledge.
100%. Once again, thank you to J.C. Reifenberg and the wonderful people here at Scum and Villainy Cantina. Thank you to our great crew.
Our Skybound crew, let them hear it out there.
To everybody, the great competitors, the managers, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. To Mark Ellis, you guys, we love you.
You,
we'll see
me,
you next time on the Movie
them, everybody. Yeah. Congratulations to the new Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion of the world once again. Yeah. Ethan did it. Ethan certainly did it, and I agree with what everyone was saying during that match. It was definitely the speed round that got it for him. And I guess that's the difference between having this speed round, the old format of the speed round, versus the newer format of the speed round in the digital age with the 10 questions, one answer separately. So yeah, maybe that's what really gave Ethan the edge. Who knows? But it doesn't really matter at this point. What really does matter is the belt has switched hands once again, and it went back to the person who held it once before. Now no one can doubt Ethan's status as one of the greatest Schmoedown players that ever played the game. And yeah, he's now a two-time champion. And this isn't just good news for Dan, because this means he can now play for the belt again to become a 6-time Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion. If he had defended the belt, he wouldn't have been able to do it. However, that being said, now that he hasn't defended the belt, the suspects get 7 points for getting the belt. The dungeon gets 0 points. Most importantly, there's no one there to stop the rise of the quirky mercs, and that's really all I care about at this point. So yeah, I gotta go watch some other matches. I only answered 5 questions in this entire match, which is about average 1 per round, I think. Anyways, I gotta get out of here and get myself some other matches. I'll see you in just a minute. Goodbye for now. Hello again, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.